The government just released a report, and in this report they revealed, shocking, I know, that America is short 10 million homes. 10 million. But don't worry, they have a solution. They're going to cut regulations. That's it. That's the plan. The same government that watched this happen for 20 years is going to fix it by doing less. You cannot make this up. Stay right here because I'm about to break down exactly how we got into a 10 million home hole, who put us there, and why the people responsible are now standing at the podium acting like they're the heroes. After 2008, the government basically stopped building. They bailed out the banks, let investors scoop up foreclosures for pennies, and called it a recovery. A recovery. For who though? Because last time I checked, regular buyers didn't get a bailout. Regular buyers got higher prices, tighter credit, and a participation trophy called "The Market is Stabilizing." While Wall Street was popping bottles over their recovery, regular people were getting permanently priced out. And the media? The media called it a housing boom. The industry called it a seller's market. I'm calling it what it actually was: the biggest wealth transfer in American history. From regular buyers to investors, corporations, and banks. In broad daylight, with a smile. So let's talk about who's really responsible. Because this isn't one thing. It's a whole system that failed regular people. On purpose. Let me break it down for you. Strike one. The bailout that built the wrong people back up. After the crash, the government handed billions to the same banks that caused the problem. Not to the homeowners who lost everything. Not to the first-time buyers who got locked out. To the banks. And what did those banks do with all that help? They offloaded foreclosed properties to institutional investors at fire sale prices. Investors bought them, turned them into rentals, and never looked back. You're welcome, America. Strike two. Corporate landlords. And this one should make your blood boil. BlackRock, Invitation Homes, Progress Residential. These companies looked at single-family homes, your neighborhood, my neighborhood, and said, you know what? Great investment. Let's buy thousands of them. And they did. They drove prices up, kept inventory tight, and turned the American dream into a monthly rent check they collect forever. And here's the part that really gets me. They're not even hiding it. It's literally in their earnings reports. We acquired X thousand single-family homes this quarter. Meanwhile, you're out here getting outbid by a corporation with unlimited cash, no emotions, and absolutely zero interest in being your neighbor. That's not a housing market, that's a takeover. Strike three. Zoning laws. And I have a whole video on this one, so make sure you subscribe because boomers are going to be very upset with me. The short version? The people who already own homes have been voting to keep new ones from being built for 40 years. 40 years. They locked in their property values through zoning restrictions and called it protecting the neighborhood. What it actually did was strangle supply while demand exploded. You can't build affordable housing where people want to live because the people already there won't allow it. And politicians let them get away with it because homeowners vote. Simple as that. Strike four. And this one nobody's talking about. Since Liberation Day tariffs went into effect, we've lost 60,000 construction jobs. 60,000. Materials costs are up, labor is disappearing, builders are pulling back, and the White House thinks cutting regulations is going to fix that? Sir, regulations aren't why homes aren't being built. Uncertainty is. Nobody's breaking ground when they don't know what lumber is going to cost next month. But sure, cut some regulations. That'll do it. Now here's the number that should genuinely make you furious. Home prices are up 82% since 2000. You know what incomes are up? 12%. That's it. 12%. So prices went up 82% and your paycheck went up 12%, and somehow that's your problem to figure out. That's not a housing crisis. That's an economic justice crisis. And nobody in Washington wants to say that out loud because half of them are landlords. Only 37% of renters say they'd buy a home even if rates dropped. Think about that for a second. people have given up. Not because they don't want to own, because the system has beaten the hope clean out of them. And now the government wants to act like cutting a few regulations is going to fix 20 years of policy failure. Sure. Okay. Here's what I actually want you to take from all of this. Yes, the system is rigged. Yes, the deck was stacked against you before you even sat down at the table. But here's the thing. Knowing that is your advantage. Because most people don't know. Most people are still waiting for the government to fix it. Still waiting for rates to magically drop. Still waiting for someone to save them. You don't have to wait. There are still programs out there, FHA loans, down payment assistance, house hacking, ways to get into the market right now with less than you think. The 10 million home shortage means inventory is tight, which means if you buy right, you're sitting on equity from day one. Investors know this. That's exactly why they're still buying while everyone else is frozen. The only difference between the people winning in this market and the people watching from the sidelines is information. They knew first, now you know. Subscribe because this is just the beginning. Every week I'm breaking down what's actually happening in the economy and what it means for your ability to build real wealth through real estate.